With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. Today on to Week 15 in the NFL, and we've got a good matchup in store, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Seattle Seahawks. The byes are over. It's now a 4-week sprint to the finish, and we are underway here in Week 15. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll stay on the ground with Swift. And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the plays we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
From the gun, it's Hurts. Work in the middle of the... Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And he'll be taken. Before they reach the 50. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. It's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week. And right now, we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. On the end around, here comes Smith. And able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it out.
Touchdown, Eagles! Greg Calcaterra, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either, and it's 7-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Coming out of the end zone, D. Eskridge. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Now Smith and the Seahawks going to come up first and 10 at their own 28-yard line. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down.
And that's good for the Seahawks. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. First carry here for Ken Walker. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. The Seahawks sit 7-6, a game over 500 on the year. Charles, they were losers last time out. What do you think they need to do differently here?
Well, I don't think it needs to be as drastic as burning up last week's game tape or not watching it, but the attitude has to be what's done is done. Let's move on. Put that one behind them, galvanize themselves, and go forward and get a win in this one.
Here's Smith. Targeting the out route, and he completes this to Metcalf. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it's 3rd and 4 now. Well, this defense for the Eagles, they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
3rd and 4. Throwing now is Geno. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down.
And the Seahawks first down. First and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Geno now to throw. Setting up the screen here. This is Walker. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a 2nd and just a few inches left.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Kenneth Walker. 16-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks respond to that opening drive touchdown with one of their own. Myers connects on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This taken in at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
On 2nd down, Swift. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
In today's NFL, you hear all the time about stretching the field and creating space in order to run plays.
A toss play will help accomplish that because now you're pushing a defense to chase you all the way to the edges and to the sideline. That's a nice run. Probing now early to try and get things done later.
He's got his target. That's complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A gain of 26 on the third down conversion.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass on the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Hurts going to keep it running right. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 10 more there and another 1st down. Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play. Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
Hurts. A throw out wide, going to be incomplete.
No receivers open, so who's forced to put that one into Puget Sound? That's a great job defensively blanketing those receivers, and ultimately a smart idea by him just to get the ball out of there.
They'll need to get it to the 30 for a 1st. This is 3rd down. Throwing is Hurts. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 20-yard line. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Now Hurts going to get this to his running back, Swift. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort. But instead, he sets his gut.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. DeAndre Swift from a yard out, and the Eagles have taken the lead. Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Smith. ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Geno. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. An excellent gain, 35 yards.
Well, my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
Isaiah Rodgers up to make the tackle.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
They'll fake it. Now Smith. That is incomplete.
Those are the ones you dream of as defenders. I think if he gets eyes on the ball a little bit earlier, he might come away with it. Instead, it's going to wind up as just an incomplete pass.
Throwing on third down, Smith. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 22 there on the third down conversion. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, Walker with it. Shoves him aside. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
Now Smith. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. It's Sidney Brown with it. And the Eagles are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
They'll start on the ground with Swift. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Off the play fake. Here's Hurts. He finds his man, complete. It's Watkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 27 yards there, a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Play action. Here's Hurts.
At the 48-yard line.
Complete. Smith has it. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 36. Hurts finding Smith for the Philly first. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Swift running left. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 41 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Hurts. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. From back at the 4, here's 2nd and goal. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Eagles will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Elliott good on the extra point, and it's now 21-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. On the return, it's Eskridge, and he'll bring it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And with him down 2 scores, you wonder if they might try and put something together, even if it's just to get into field goal range. The Smith throw caught here by Metcalf. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Play action. It's Smith. And that's going to be caught downfield by Fant. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Boy, he ran free there after the catch as that winds up going for 38.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, let's go Sunday. 13
From the gun, here's Smith. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles are going to have it here just past the 25.
Well, those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just... And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Trey Brown. And it's a huge return as he brings us all the way back down to the 15-yard line.
The 1st down pass. Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Hey, here we go. Hey.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
To throw is Smith. He finds Smith and Jigba in the end zone for a Seahawks touchdown. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Seahawks are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point up and through by Myers. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Rodgers going to return it from his end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
At the 21-yard line.
They'll throw now on the final play. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Seahawks trailing, but they will have possession first here as we resume action in the third quarter. And the fair catch signaled for and taken, so they'll begin this third quarter from their 25-yard line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball, and that's caught inside the 35. It's a big play there for Seattle, 41 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. There to stop him, Terrell Edmonds.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last
play. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Back to throw, Smith. That is caught. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 4-yard line.
There we go, throw it. Oz.
Throwing now is Geno. Eluding the pressure right. Touchdown, Seahawks. Noah Fant from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. The extra point now coming from Myers. He's got it, and we're all tied at 21. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. On the return from his end zone, Rodgers. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving. You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
.55-yard punt, 11 on the return. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
At their own 33-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. In motion goes the tight end. Back to the air, Smith on 2nd down. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. It's Sidney Brown with it.
Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game. And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December, right? It is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. DeAndre Swift, his 12th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points. So the turnover sets it up, and then a touchdown run here on the ensuing play.
And Brandon, a lot of times you see teams take shots in the passing game on a quick change like this. They go right back and throw one for the end zone. Here they just called a running play looking to get a few yards, but he's able to work his way downfield and take it into the end zone. The end result, the exact same thing as going for it in the passing game.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Here's Moore. He will return it. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And Smith, and this throw finds Smith and Jigba. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 20-yard line.
A shotgun snap for Smith. This one goes underneath to Walker. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
13 there.
They'll try for the first with Walker. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They snap it to Smith. He's got his target. That's complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a 1st down.
No ball, no ball.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Hey, trio left.
Smith. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And the Eagles are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. 2nd straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to nerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They start near midfield following the interception as they begin 1st and 10. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. They go play action with Hurts. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I like the calmness regardless of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing is Hurts. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on third down, forcing the errant pass. Fourth down coming up. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the second time. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in one.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
As a corner, you have to be able to run with guys step for step downfield or man coverage and make up ground quickly in zone. You have to put yourself in position to make plays, just like that one we saw there.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. He'll get that one to Carter complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 20. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
But they've certainly spread the ball around so far, but they're definitely getting everyone involved now when you're throwing it to the fullback. Just shows how versatile this offense is and how everyone is a threat.
On first down, it's Smith. That's DK Metcalf running the slant. He's got it. Now he's free at the 35. DK Metcalf. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. DK Metcalf. An 80-yard touchdown. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying this ball game here in the final moments of the third quarter.
Partner, you know what the real key is to stopping a good passing attack?
You tell me.
Being able to tackle as soon as a guy catches the football.
Didn't work out there.
No, because when you give up the big run after catch, the rack yardage, that puts your defense in a big-time stressful position.
A lot of rack yardage and a touchdown there on the big. Now this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. Rodgers going to return it from his and all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. Oh, one of the linebackers has got it. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy, because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, you don't turn your nose up at a gain of 4, do you? They'll take that on first down. Playbook's got to be pretty well open on 2nd and 6.
Now a 2nd and 6. Play action. Here's Hurts. They'll roll him out right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
And in the second half of the tie game, every decision gets magnified. And here, if he forces this ball, it could be intercepted. So that's the prudent play to just airmail it out of bounds.
This offense on third down today, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Goes with the out route and completes it to Swift. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. Give him 7 yards on the play as they do pick up the third down conversion. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Hurts throw here taken in as he's able to find Goddard. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll try and run here with Swift. And this is going to be an Eagles first down as the tackle made just shy of the 40.
Brandon, unfortunately, I've been here before. They've had 2 opportunities to stop them, so this is demoralizing. They haven't gotten it done. Now you're calling all your blitzes, all your attack defenses, but you're not worried about playing your normal position. You're going to take chances now.
Well, you said it. 2 third-down opportunities to get off the field. Couldn't do it, and the clock continues to roll. And bulldozing his way through. And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 46. Now a give right side Swift. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. 90 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. And that's out to the flat for Swift. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
2nd down and 8. Hurts. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
And if you're thinking field goal from here, it's 48 yards. I think they'd like to get him a little help now on 3rd down and move it closer. Hurts sets up to throw it. And we'll find the open man. That's complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 14. The Eagle passing game looking good on this drive. It's a 1st down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And a great job there to read that one defensively. They strung him out, would not allow him to cut upfield.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive could take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9. A handoff, Swift running to the left. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. DeAndre Swift with his 3rd touchdown and 18th on the year. And the Eagles answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th. Elliott good with a PAT, and they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. This is 1st and 10.
Hey, trio left. Strike.
Gino now to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
Indy.
Here's Smith. And Walker has it. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. An important one here, no doubt. 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, Smith. He's got his man. Complete to Smith and Jigba. And he's going to get out of bounds with the 1st down. So that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the 1st and save a timeout. Smith. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession.
Man, it's caught inside the 10. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Here we go, 1st and goal. Here's Walker. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. Now Myers for the extra point. And no sweat, he puts it through, and we are tied here in the 4th. This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as the kick's away here. On the return from his end zone run. And all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they will set up shop with outstanding field position in the red zone at the 17-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. Smith's going to throw it. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th. The extra point now coming from Myers. And they will take a 7-point lead now. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. He's back to throw. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like that there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
Pass complete. Gathered.
The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
2 timeouts still in their back pocket. It's 1st and 10.
Back to throw.
And that is going to be incomplete as he let him a bit too much.
A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football if in it.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
This is Smith to the ground. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
Here's 1st down.
He'll look to throw.
He's going deep for Brown. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. Picked up by Devin Witherspoon. And the Seahawks have just about sewn up this football game.
The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee.
Charles, normally when you see a group score this many points, it's a complete blowout. But instead, they needed every single one of those in this close, high-scoring affair.
And Brandon, I'm still on the edge of my seat after that one because when you have that much scoring and it still comes down to a one-possession game at the end, that's not something we see very often. In this case, these offenses, they brought it. The defenses, they're going to need some work going forward.
So for the Seahawks, they're not going to go quietly here as the win moves them now to 8-6 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on